Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Let's get you caught up on tonight's biggest stories.
This is the evening news on ABC 13.
And we want to show you some dramatic video now of a constable deputies, two of them, I should say, saving a man from this burning car Sunday morning on Clay Road.
Yeah, now police say the driver fell asleep at the wheel and hit a tree. A sergeant happened to be on his way home when he spotted the fire and jumped into action. That driver is now recovering in the hospital. A driver headed the wrong way on I-10 is dead, and we have learned that that driver was an off-duty Houston police officer.
ABC 13's Marla Carter has the latest.
There are still a lot of questions tonight. It's unknown why she was driving the wrong way on the freeway. Also unknown where she was going or coming from.
Many thanks are also owed to our instructors who supported
Officer Giselle Saluri spoke about her training, dedication as she graduated from the HPD Academy in May of 2017.
The instruction we received will be the difference between life and death at some point in our careers. We've been given the building blocks to start our real education, and for that, thank you.
She's remembered for her smiling and uplifting spirit. The 32-year-old off-duty officer was driving eastbound in the westbound lanes of I-10 and Sealy around 6:30. She crashed into a tractor-trailer head-on in the inside lane. The 65-year-old driver of that vehicle was not hurt. It's unclear why she was driving the wrong way. Troopers say there were no immediate signs of intoxication, and the cause is still under investigation.
We're combing everything with a fine-tooth comb to make sure we get to the bottom of the investigation.
Meanwhile, her HPD brothers and sisters paid tribute to the fallen officer this evening.
Even though she was a young officer, she performed like a veteran. She was extremely knowledgeable. She always went the extra mile.
She was president of her cadet class and will be remembered by those who knew her.
Never forget the people that helped push you across the finish line and those that have pushed you in spirit. Never forget why you are here, wearing this uniform and serving this community. Most importantly, always make your name mean business. Thank you.
Marla Carter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, a fight breaks out inside a classroom at Austin High School between a student and a teacher.
That student is charged and now giving their side of the story in an interview you'll only see on ABC 13. Our own Maya Shea has more.
Well, the incident in question happened a week ago at Austin High School right behind me. Tonight, the student involved is speaking out. He says he admits he punched his teacher, but says that teacher should also take some responsibility. The fight, captured on multiple cell phone videos, show the skinnier figure, 18-year-old Andrew Enriquez, hitting his economics teacher, the heavier set Victor Trevino III. It happened in class last week, and Enriquez doesn't deny it.
And I was wrong for doing that. I could have controlled myself better, but it was really hard, you know, when we're face to face and he's telling me, you know, like wanting me to hit him.
The high school senior was charged with assaulting a public servant, but says he was provoked, pointing to this one bit of video where Trevino can be heard talking to the teen.
Go ahead. He's an adult and, you know, he provoked it. He wanted to fight, and it's on camera.
Teacher and student agree that the dispute started when Trevino tried to get Enriquez to put down his phone. Through his lawyer, Trevino says he never goaded the student. Instead, immediately after the student punched Mr. Trevino, he took defensive action and immobilized the student, which the video clearly demonstrates. Mr. Trevino took only the action that was necessary to protect himself as well as his students from further assault from the unruly and out-of-control student. Enriquez's mom disagrees, saying the teacher should have worked harder to defuse the situation.
He could have escorted him out, called someone from the office to come get him out of the class, but he didn't. He just kept on and egging him on, and I just feel like he was being provoked.
Trevino, whose dad is the former constable and the mom, the current constable, is also running for Justice of the Peace in Precinct 6, the same area. He is still employed by HISD, though nobody would say whether he's on leave. As for Enriquez, he's facing serious criminal charges and months of alternative school, which he accepts.
I was wrong for hitting him, I really was, and I'm willing to suffer the consequences for that, but I feel like he should suffer consequences as well.
So when classes start back up in January, Enriquez will spend 90 days in alternative school. HISD would not tell us whether or not Trevino III will return back to the classroom when school resumes. Reporting from the East End, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
An update now on a lawsuit over state action against HISD. A federal judge ruled against the suit filed by the Houston Federation of Teachers. The union accused the Texas Education Agency of violating voters' rights. The judge ruled HISD itself could not bring a voting rights claim, so the union can file a new lawsuit. The judge also ruled since HISD is a state entity, it could not challenge the intervention on due process grounds. The union says it's exploring all legal options.
Tonight, experts are saying that you should get your water heater serviced every year. Otherwise, your family's safety and security could be on the line. This comes after an overnight house fire in Northeast Houston. Firefighters say a water heater almost burned down this house. We stopped by Abacus Plumbing today. We spoke with plumber Randy Wilson. He says that people often overlook water heaters until something goes wrong.
It's usually like anything that's out of sight and out of mind. You kind of don't pay attention to it until either water's coming through the ceiling or you have no hot water.
Now, Wilson says on average, water heaters need to be replaced every 10 years. A lot of companies do offer service plans. They will come out every year and make sure that things are all right.
Okay, happening now. Chambers County is doing its part to keep families safe from wild hogs.
ABC 13's TJ Parker has more on the hunt and what families living in that area need to watch out for.
Nearly a month after Christine Rollins was attacked and killed by feral hogs in Chambers County, the county is going in to try and control a growing pig population.
There's more now than there were a year ago.
Jerry Lewis lives near Double Bayou Park.
There's a lot of them, yes. You might ride down this highway right now and you might see some peeking out of the woods.
Wildlife officials say hogs usually keep away from people unless provoked or if their babies are near, but they do cause a lot of damage. A Texas A&M survey estimates the annual damage done in Texas by these animals is as much as $52 million.
Eating up the highways, on the side of the highways, and people's lands and yards and things like that. They just root it up.
Texas Wildlife Services says hunters are going in at night using thermal imaging to help them find and shoot the hogs. Their main focus, private land near the park, close to where Rollins was killed. For people who have lived here their whole life, news of her attack came as a shock.
It heightened your awareness of what they could do and what they were capable of.
All right, let's get an update now on your forecast.
Yes, our chief meteorologist, Travis Herzog, standing by. Travis?
All right, looks like we're going to start off about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow morning than this morning when we drop down to 31 at Bush Airport. Tonight, I think we hit 42 degrees with some mid to upper 30s off to the northeast of Houston, low 50s along the coast in Galveston. Why will it be warmer? Well, we'll have a canopy of clouds blowing in, which will slowly fill in the sky, and the breeze also returning more from the east than the perfectly calm conditions we had last night. Then in the afternoon, temperatures climb only into the mid-50s with a chance of some light rain showers rolling in. Now, this whole weather system is coming in slower than originally predicted, and so that means the highest rain chances will hold off until Friday night, Saturday morning, but we'll have a few light rain showers coming in from the southwest during the day on Friday, and don't expect to see much from the sun. After that weather system clears out this weekend, it brings back the sunshine, and then a warming trend takes over. By Christmas Day, the wind will be back in from the Gulf, and from Christmas Day to December 29th, this is the temperature outlook, and the strongly favors warmer than normal conditions everywhere east of the Rocky Mountains. But don't worry, it won't be in the 80s on Christmas Day. We're going for a high of 70. We're looking at highs in the 50s Friday and Saturday with the extra clouds and those light rain showers around. Then the sunshine comes back on Sunday as a low pressure center takes all the clouds and moisture away, gives us great weather through Christmas Eve. And Christmas Day is not all that bad, not as cold as it has been with the low of 50 and a high of 70 and comfortable levels of humidity. Then after Christmas Day, the stronger Gulf breeze starts to bring up the humidity levels a little more. Rain chances come back, and it does look like towards the end of this 10-day forecast period, there might be a front that tries to come in from the north and perhaps cool things off right around the new year.
We'll see a major closure tonight on the approach to downtown on I-10 westbound from Waco to US 59, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Your alternate route is the feeder road. And then a closure, too, as well for construction on 288 southbound from Dixie to Yellowstone, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Reopening for the Friday morning rush hour. Your alternate route is Alameda.
All right, Elisa, thank you. And that's going to do it for us here on the Evening News.
And be sure to join us tonight at 10 on ABC 13. Good night.